and do this, y'all. I should have bought my stand. No, you don't have to. I asked Charlene to get it. Charlene, don't stop playing with Charlene here. Oh, that's what it's saying. Lord Charlene. I think she's one of the hosts. Let's start looking bigger. Like Coach. Coach is on it. No, not Coach. Yeah, Coach ain't gonna be on there. He's here. What's the guy in the dress? Girl, I don't know. He's the one that leads on first. Oh my, 10 people on. Oh my gosh. I did not know. I'm sorry, guys. Good 8:49. Oh my goodness, it's showing me 49 people on. No, oh my gosh, I'm getting hot. Let me turn on this fan. Hi, Dirt Bike Lord. I'm on here talking to y'all. Well, about to talk to y'all. Oh, I gotta like. Can more people like it? I'm gonna give y'all some valuable information. Look, I'm a woman to my word. If my brothers ain't teach me nothing else, they taught me stand on your word. If you say you're gonna do something, you do it. And I'm here. Before I go to bed, I'm here. Ooh, my diamond earring. Let me put that. Of course, I put these on for y'all. Here on my little studs. But I want to get an hi. What they say? Casmax fan. Hi, ER nurse. Y'all know that ER nurse. Y'all know that's my daughter, right? She's so sweet. Hi, ER nurse. So real quick, y'all. Thanks for the 3 likes. I appreciate it. So yesterday I was talking to y'all. Now I didn't watch that live. I did not know. First of all, after I did that live, I felt after I did that live, I felt so good. I felt light. I'm like, okay. I did not know I was on live for 4 hours. It said 4 hours and 8 minutes. But of course they and I didn't even go back and rewatch the live. But now when I ended the live, it said 4 hours and 8 minutes. Uh, Now when you go, if you want to go and watch the live, they took a half an hour out. It's saying like 3 hours and 37 minutes, something like that. So yeah, they took out. I don't know what they took out because I'm not going back and watch that live. That was a long live. So I appreciate y'all that was on the live. I just, matter of fact, I just before I went on, I just got a new subscriber. So thank you guys. Thank y'all. If y'all spreading the word, thank you. Thank you so much. My name Neat, a girl from Baltimore, born and raised, been followed, harassed, stalked. I know by the U.S. government, but I want to know who sent them. Who sent them? My life has been, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But I just been keeping my focus on God, praying, praying, praying. I always been a praying warrior. Like I said, I always pray. I believe in prayer. I believe prayers work. Um, I'm telling you, prayers work, guys. So I just stay prayed up. And yeah, I did not know that all I was on live all that time. But yeah, I just stay prayed up, just keeping my focus on God because let me tell y'all, what's going on with me almost 5 years. I keep my focus on God because when I take my eye off of God and His Word, like for instance, when I look up and see that big old helicopter flying, following me all day, every day, even today. Today they was back popping in and out. I stopped at the dollar. I stopped at Dollar Tree. They swooped down and went on back up in the air and let me know they was around. This what they was doing all day. But if I take my eye off of God and His words and just if I lose focus on just keeping being still, that would drive someone crazy. Like all day, every day. And then for me, what drives me crazy the most because I don't know who it is. That's a no like just who is behind this? Who is behind this? Let me tell y'all. Nobody in my family. Nobody. It's not happening to nobody in my family. Nobody. But me. Like if you would have asked me 10 years ago, would you be that I would be getting followed, harassed, and stalked by the government? I'd be like, you lying. I would not believe you. It's crazy. But I keep my eye, I just stay focused on God. I just stay focused on God because it will, your human nature, it will make you be like, what in the world is going on? Like when Peter, wasn't it Peter that was on a boat and he said, Jesus, can I do what you, thank you, forget my standing. Jesus, can I do what you doing? And he said, yeah. And as soon as he took his eye off of Jesus, he started sinking. Wasn't that Peter? Yeah, so it's like that's real because when I look at these objects that's constantly following me, just not helicopters, but planes, drones, the big old starlight satellite that sits out in front of my house at night, it will make you like I gotta keep my focus on God. I have to, because it be like what is going on? It's in me. Like even when I look out my bedroom, I be like, does anybody else go to the bathroom 3 in the morning and look out their window and see this big old bright light? And is when I show y'all on here, it does nothing. You gotta see it in person. It's like a very big flashing blinking light. Um, but yeah, guys. So yeah, I keep my focus on God. And yesterday, when I was talking about this guy right here, when I was like, now remember I showed y'all on my live, I had showed y'all this right here, and I said this is on my camera all the time, my nighttime, my home surveillance camera. I got it off of Amazon. Nothing, you know, spectacular about it, but when I go back and look at it throughout the day or whatever, I always get this at night. Remember, I showed y'all this. So, this comes in my, this is all the time, right? Any random given day, it just, like, you see, like, this bright light going across the window. And I always thought it was, you know, I always say, I said, they gotta be scared. Like, I always knew. I said, this, what they're doing, they have something to scan. But I'm thinking it's the window. I didn't know it was, a freaking, they have things that can see through a wall. Like, I was blown away when I saw this yesterday and I showed it to y'all. So that's why I wanted to show y'all that. Because yesterday I was on live talking about what be coming through the window at night when I go and look through my camera in the morning. Um, and this guy said this.
hear them, you won't know they're there, and they don't need a warrant. This isn't science fiction. These vans have been used in major cities like New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. The technology was originally designed for the military to detect explosives overseas. Now it's being used here on civilians with almost zero oversight. The vans fire bursts of ionizing radiation, the same kind used in TSA body scanners. But this radiation is mobile, more focused, and aimed straight through solid objects. No law requires police to inform the public. No study confirms it's safe, and there's no limit on who or what they scan. Privacy groups have warned for years this is warrantless surveillance on wheels. Your car, your home, your body, all exposed to invisible scans without your consent. And if it's already here, what's coming next? There are vans.
I did not know when I showed y'all that surveillance clip, and I said it got because I have a lot of them, and I'm like it gotta be scanning something. It gotta be able to see through the house because why do that? And it comes out 2, 3 in the morning. It shows on my surveillance like 2, 3 in the morning while everybody's asleep. I'm guessing. But why do it do that? I don't know. And then when I was like, it gotta be. But then when I saw this, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. And it's just like, wow, why? What is like, what? Who is behind it? Who is behind this? It's been almost 5 years. Again, I've been going through silently without anybody knowing. Anybody knowing. And I didn't thought about so many people. Like even in my documentary, I was like, well, is it Kamala? Because if you follow me on Twitter, I wasn't the biggest fan of hers. I wasn't a fan of hers, and did some videos on her, but it wasn't threatening videos. It was voicing my opinion like everybody else on Twitter. So I thought it was her. I thought she linked up with and y'all know I always said I don't like saying her name, but this is unfortunately my story. Did she link up with Keke Palmer? Did she helping Keke Palmer to spy on me? Because in the beginning, like I told y'all, it was always cars on ground spying and harassing. It wasn't aircraft thing. So I'm saying this stuff, and then with the I just came to y'all yesterday about the other part, which was the Beyonce thing and me deleting private in all my videos of her. Was she mad about that? And you know, then they got tight on they, Rock Nation start watching my camera and my phone, and that's how that title video came about. Like, who is it? What is it? And I just don't know. I just don't know, and I want answers. I'm gonna get answers. I'm not gonna give up. Um, Yesterday when I was on live with y'all, I even thought it just popped up in my head. Private investigator, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So once I got off live with y'all last night, I started Google searching private investigators. What can they do? How can they help? What is what is their job? So, and that was a step for me. I never thought about that. But yeah, I've been really, really doing my end, on my end, doing my part, and that's writing so many people, but nobody's responding. Nobody's responding. Um, but yeah, and this is just my life. So I did say I was gonna come, and I hope yesterday to all the ones who was here in the beginning from 10/10/24, my first live when I ever came on, um, got some type of understanding when I was talking in the beginning on 10/10/24, talking about how do I think it's more people? Yeah, and me talking about how other people were showing me that they don't like me, like I talked about K Michelle, and again, these people didn't contact me or add me directly. Like I said, for instance, I seen a picture somebody posted of K Michelle, and I went under that comment and said how pretty she looked, nice she looked, and I got a picture with her. Um, but she went on her own Twitter and said, "Stop lying on me, and I don't like you for talking about me." And it was literally like minutes after I commented under somebody else's post. So I'm like, okay, well, if she is, so I tweeted if she is talking about me, because my followers could see what I tweeted under somebody's post. So I said, okay, guys, I just tweeted something. And if y'all follow K Michelle, she just tweeted something. Look like she responding to me. If she is responding to me, I do have a picture of her. Why would I lie about something like that? I had to pay backstage passes to see her to take a picture with her many, many, many years ago. But why would I lie about that? Then I'm like, well, what is she talking about? Because I was talking about her. Then I said, oh, she was in my butt video, but my first butt video. I'm gonna try to put that second one out this weekend because it's literally finished. I'm just editing pictures. Literally, it's literally almost finished. It's finished. It's just editing, little pictures or whatever. And yeah. And then I said, oh, my button. Oh, the BBL video. My BBL video. Yeah, but I got a part two coming out, but y'all, I'm tired. I'm past my bedtime. But I said I was gonna come to y'all and talk to y'all. So yeah, I did do a video back, I think in 2019 or 2020. And I just put her in there, and I was like, K Michelle talk about how she, didn't like her butt and wish she can, reverse it, and that was all. So that's what I'm guessing she was talking about. I don't know. Let me tell you something. That was so long ago. I don't follow. If you gotta check by your name, you ain't getting followed by me. I follow normal these days. I follow people, normal people, like regular schmegler people. And even when I do follow them, and I go and they got like more than 3, 4, following more than 3, 4 celebrities, I will unfollow them. So this is my life these days. I don't want to follow nobody. I don't want to follow nobody. And I know yesterday I had did a comparison with Pretty V. I don't even follow her anymore. Like all these people, I used to follow so many people. Blessings to her. I just don't follow no celebrities, no comedy people. It's just not entertaining for me no more these days. Honestly, guys, I don't. It just all laugh. It all laugh. And when I say this girl used to have me cracking up, one of my homegirls introduced me to her and sent me her, and it's like, remember we used to act like this? It was when she first. I don't even think she reached 1 million followers yet back then. That's how far ago it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was about when we first had our babies. We was just young and walking with our babies on our hip, and it was, she is funny. But I was showing a comparison how she is pure comedy and just funny, but something like Kiki just not mentally there. Her funny don't gives me funny. It gives me she's disturbed. And honestly, I'm not saying this because you know I don't feel no weight about her. I'm just saying when I would study her back then, when I was like, why is she doing it? Why is she, what's going on with her? Why me? And I start going on her page and following her and studying her and just sitting back observing her. That's when I was like, this girl ain't well. She not well. And then, seeing her mother do skits and they doing skits together, acting just crazy. I said, that's not that family don't have it all. Something not right about that family. So that was all. I was not trying to put them against each other, or I was just using two comparisons because I know Kiki supposed to be like this comedy girl and comedy actor or actress, whatever. But yeah, so that's these days I just not interested in none of that no more. And I was one of those girls that loved just would cheer people on, just cheer people on from afar, just would like everything. You know, the just I was just that girl. I didn't want to be in their world. I just loved watching it, if that makes sense. But whatever. But here we are, still trying to figure out who is behind this. It's still going on. It's still happening. Um, and like I said, those Starlight satellites don't come out as much. Like last night, it didn't come out. The night before that, I didn't check. Because I didn't have to get up and pee. I didn't have to get up and pee, so I don't know, but yeah. But guys, I want to talk to y'all about what is there anything else I want to talk about that live? I did not watch that read. I'm not rewatching that live. That's a long live. Nobody told me it was 4 hours, and of course, like I said, they cut it to 3.5 hours. That was a long live, and it did not feel like I was down here in this basement all that time. I'm like I was just rambling, and y'all was just listening. All 263 of y'all. And when I hit my live too last night, when since I hit my live and uh, went to lean forward to get up, it was a spider on the wall. Now I don't know, did it come down the wall? Did y'all see it come down the wall? I don't know, but I said, Lord, it's a spider. But yeah. So as y'all know, I've been just writing people, emailing people, and I put it in my pajama pants. I got on a pajama outfit. I took the pajama top off and put this shirt on so I can come live to y'all. But these are all the people that I wrote um, certified mail, and this just one batch. So these are the people when I wrote like news stations and like people that like news stations and YouTube creators, but these are not regular YouTube creators. These are like outlets, more like that's dealing with news and stuff like that, right? It's not like commentary, gossip. Um, so I did write them, but it's email them. But and I wrote some of them too. But these are big people. When I say big people, big corporations, should I say? When I say I wrote big corporations, it's my eyes. American Civil Liberties Union. Did I say it right? American Civil Liberty Union. I wrote Chris Van Hollen. He's a Senate. Chris Van Hollen. I wrote him twice. I wrote him in D.C. His D.C. address and his I believe Maryland address. I believe he got Maryland address. Well, you know what? Before I say the names of the people I wrote, I want to read one of the letters that I sent. Now, these letters is that thick paper. You see the format. I'm up. Put the first page in the back because my name and stuff is on there, but this is you see the letter I wrote. It's like a 5-page letter, and this is just one of the letters. Like I said, the other letters more detailed, like like really getting into it, like telling them about my family and even giving their names, like so they can know like nobody is doing anything illegal, but and still being clear that it's just happening to me. And yeah, it's crazy. And my mother said my aunt called today. My favorite aunt, I'm her favorite niece. And said, "Where's my niece?" And mind you, my mother don't know. My mother be 75 in 2 more days. Don't know nothing of what's going on. She don't know anything about me in all the years in these going on 5 years. Nothing. Um, but she said my aunt asked for me today, and she said, "Where my niece at?" And my mom said she's at work, and she just got real quiet. And I was like, "Well, what she say?" She said, "No, she just got real quiet." Normally she like, "Tell my niece call me," or "Tell my niece I'm gonna get her if she don't come see me," or something like that. And my mother said she just got really quiet. And it's just like I know my cousins don't have social media. Let me tell you, when I tell y'all, and I always say this, guys, this is a big world out here. It's people that that's just not into social media. And I know it may sound crazy, but this YouTube and like I have female cousins that like a YouTube. What's like it? This is my and I'm talking about my extended family. Like they not into this stuff. We're not into this stuff. So when people were saying, I hate myself because I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed of myself, or I have low self esteem. I saw it all on Twitter. I saw, and that's I guess why I hate Twitter so much now, because I mean they would give me the blues, and I stayed on Twitter. But everybody keep their phone in their hands, and some people into Instagram. I was not into Instagram because I knew that world was fake. I knew it wasn't real. So I was more into Twitter because it's more a mind thing, seeing how people think versus just seeing pictures of them and they just as airheaded or just as fake or really broke or like that. So that's why Twitter was more of my thing. I scrolled through Instagram, liked pictures and kept it moving. But yeah, it's a world out here where people is not into this social media. And my aunt, my cousin, her daughter, she don't know what's going on. Like I said, I stopped talking to people because I just don't want them in this. Like I'm that girl. Like everybody, you coming to the party? You coming to the party? Like the party did not begin until I was the one who made it fun. Like y'all have no idea, and not how I act. It's just that everybody just I can't explain it. Everybody just love being around me, and then I, I'm I get on here and I get nervous and I stutter and stuff. But I am a great storyteller. Like every time I go to parties, my family gatherings, I'm the one telling a story all like over and over and over again. I have a cousin. She mess with girls, and is a story that I tell, and every time I come to that, they want to know whatever female she messing with at the time. They want to know about that story, like, because I'll tell it in the beginning, like if she be trying to act bad, now like don't. And then once I tell them that story, they want to hear it all the time. So stuff like that. I'm a good storyteller. I make people feel good and comfortable, even when I go into other people's houses. I'm like, you good, you comfortable, so. But yeah, so I'm saying all that to say my cousin don't even know what's going on. So I don't know what that was about. If she felt something, if my aunt felt something or what. But my mother said she just got real quiet, like after she asked for me. She ain't say nothing else. That was very weird. And she's my oldest. Remember I told y'all about the how she always wore Olay Creams. She my oldest aunt, and yeah. So that was really strange. I don't know, but so this letter is just one of the letters, and I want to read it to y'all so y'all can see. Like, I am writing people. I am serious about this thing. I want to know who it is. It's like my life is on standstill. And the people who will follow me and watch me closely, they know I'm not scared. They know I'm not fearful. They know I'm not ducking and dodging and running. And, you know, they know that I just going on about my day. Today, I didn't feel like pulling out my phone to record. I just didn't. And y'all know it's so many days. I tell y'all, so many times I come on out, I just sometimes don't feel like pulling out my phone. And like I said, even if I don't pull out my phone no more, even how they do now, just pop out in front of me to let me know, yeah, I'm still around. You know, I'm still around. I'm not alongside of you, but I'm still around. That's how they do now. They can do that all they want for the rest of the following, harassing, and stalking. I had so much footage of alongside it. Anybody who meet with me, they cannot say. I guarantee nobody can say, no, you're delusional. Nobody is not going to be able to say that. I had 5 years of footage of alongside helicopters, like following me in traffic. So I guess that's why nobody trying to meet with me, because these people who I wrote is like, y'all gonna, I'm gonna tell y'all, but I want y'all to this is one of the letters. Now, I wrote like 4 letters, but this is just one of them, so y'all can hear the just the desperateness of it all. And the subject is to whom it may concern. The subject is, and then as you can see, I got let me see. I got you see urgent urgent highlighted, and I said urgent complaint, ongoing surveillance, harassment, and civil rights violation. I am writing to file a urgent complaint regarding what I know to be unlawful and continuous. Okay, let me read it over. I am writing to file an urgent complaint regarding what I know to be unlawful and continuous surveillance, harassment, and stalking direct at me and me only. I want to clearly state that I have no medical history of mental illness, anxiety, or depression. I am of sound and I am of sound mind in reporting this in the sincere hope that my civil rights and safety will be protected. I hope this letter finds you well and the best of health. My name is, I gave my first, middle, and last name. I am y'all know my age, I'm 49. I am a 49-year-old black American woman, born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I have lived in Baltimore, Maryland all my life. Though, though I am a proud American, unfortunately, I am being harassed and tormented by what I believe to be the United States government 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And God is my witness on that. I am being followed by helicopters, planes, drones, and star-like satellites. The harassment began around the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. And as of June 2025, it has become unbearable. I have experienced persistent and disturbing surveillance. involving helicopters, drones, and low-flying star-like satellites, or what some may call aircrafts. The follow that I mean, or some may call aircrafts that follow me during daily activities. This include vacations outside of Baltimore, or even simply accompanying my elderly mom to her medical appointments. I am constantly being followed, whether or not I have my phone with me, which suggests locating, which suggests location tracking or physical surveillance near my home. Because remember, I told y'all it used to be where, um, you know, if I didn't have my phone with me, I could enjoy a ride through the city of Baltimore and listen to some music. It's like now I can keep my phone in the house and they there. So, um, so like I said, I am constantly being followed with or without, whether or not I have my phone with me, which suggests location tracking or physical surveillance near my home. I want to say, and I cannot stress this enough, I do not know anyone who is a foreigner or doing anything illegal, nor am I. I am not a threat to myself or others, and I have never made any threat or, and I have never made any threats publicly or privately. And we all know they can track anything. If somebody say, "Oh, I'm getting DMs of threats," or somebody threatening me, and they putting Nika name, and they can find out. It's nothing. They know it's nothing. Um, Please let me share my story. I am a working class, law abiding citizen. I have never been in trouble with the law. I work full time in the nursing field. I have been in healthcare for 23 years, and I love going to work to help the sick and the elderly. Please understand that this is unfortunate. Please understand this unfortunate situation is happening only to me, not to any other members of my family. Again, not to my family, nor to any of my friends. I'm getting hot, y'all. Although I have been experiencing these unlawful acts by the government for years, I kept it from my family and friends until recently, and I already told y'all. Only because I no longer feel safe. Y'all know I recently got my gun license, and I just don't feel safe anymore. Um, And okay, so let me read it over. Although I have been experiencing these unlawful acts by the government for years, I kept it from my family and friends until recently, only because I no longer feel safe. At first, I was reluctant to tell anyone because I was afraid that they would become frightened. Today, they have taken it well. Surprisingly, it's not them who feel frightened, it's me who has been feeling this way lately. I have an ample number. I have amp. I have an ample number of pictures and videos recordings to back my claim. I have years of footage, video clips, still shot pictures. To help you better understand what led to this, let me explain how it began. I am a YouTuber content creator. I actually stopped creating content when this harassment began, hoping it would go away. I am now active again. Back then, Before the stalking and harassment, I made videos speaking about the celebrity world. May I add that I have never said anything bad or life-threatening towards anyone. I say towards any of them. I made videos again, nothing bad or vile, and I never threatened anyone. Feel free to check for yourself. My YouTube name is Black Girl in America TV. One word. I promise nothing crazy. I feel like I have no choice but to publicly document my footage on all my platforms. And I'm talking about, I got Instagram. I made an Instagram showing footage, and I'm Twitter, and my Twitter. So that's what I mean when I said I have no choice but to publicly document my footage on all my platforms, because so far the people I have reached out to have not responded to any of my calls for help. It is safe to say I am on the United States government watch list. Why? I would like to know why and who sent them. I know this may sound so far-fetched. It even sounds crazy to me saying it, but I believe it is someone powerful in the industry. However, I will not name anyone, because honestly, guys, I just don't know who it is. Recently, I found out that a music app called Tidal hacked into my phone and was stealing my day-to-day data. I emailed them about it, but no response. I also did a video on it. Feel free to watch the video. Tidal is the Tidal app stealing data from our phones. I know this didn't start until I became a small YouTuber. Unfortunately, I have been harassed, followed, stalked, and tormented for years now by the U.S. government. I have been wishing it would just go away. It hasn't. It has been going on for almost 5 years now. As I stated earlier, I have tons of footage on different occasions, all at various times of the day. I challenge anyone from any organization to follow me from a distance. You will see for yourself the blatant harassment. You will see loud helicopters constantly circling my home, day in and day and night. You can knock on any of my neighbors' doors and they will tell you the same thing. There is no peace. Let me add, this once was a very nice and quiet neighborhood. You are also welcome to speak with my coworkers who can attest to the loud, low-flying helicopters that frequently hover over my workplace as I exit the building at the end of my shift, 11 p.m. Though they do not understand the rationale behind the helicopters, they are visibly startled by the loud and low-flying helicopters hovering over the work building 11 p.m. at night. Not in Baltimore City, where I work. There are star-like satellites that sits in front of my bedroom window and zoom in. There are airplanes that follow me when helicopters are not around. These airplanes are very low. When I stop in traffic, they literally stop. I did not know. First of all, I did not know an airplane can be that low. Below, they flies below the cloud, and when I stop in traffic, they stop and just floats. This is crazy. I don't even like thinking about it because it's crazy. And then it makes I'm gonna finish reading this and I'm gonna say something to y'all that y'all might be like, wait a minute, she may have a point because it's crazy. Um, so so there are starlight satellites that sits in front of my bedroom window and zoom in. There are airplanes that follow me when helicopters are not around. There are drones and alarmingly, there are cars that follow me as well. Not so much of the cars now, but in the beginning, like I told y'all, before the sky aircraft, there was a lot of cars, which I have so many footages of them, still shot pictures. Um, so there are cars that follow me as well. This is my third time moving, and yes, they have followed me to every location. I have footage proving this from all previous residents. Cars will follow me at a distance, and when I pick up speed, they will quickly turn around and go the opposite direction. I understand how unbelievable this may sound, but I assure you, it is my lived experience. If you or anyone could just watch my live video, especially the one I did dated 10/10/24, October 10th, 2024, you will see for yourself. I also compiled random footage of me being followed over the course of the past several years and merged it into a documentary, which is also available to watch on my channel. What concerns me the most and what is the most troubling aspect in this pattern of starlight satellites that come and sit in front of my bedroom window and zoom in very closely? I have footage from different dates, times, and years. Still, the footage is nothing compared to what you will see in person. These satellites come close to my window during the early morning hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. And just stay there until I begin recording them. Then they slowly zoom away. Why is this happening? Question mark. What is the reason? Question mark. This also happens in front of my elderly mother's window too. But she, I just randomly just looked out her window and see it. And what made me start looking out her window was because one morning when I got up to pee, I went and looked out my window and it was there. And I went down, really close to my window, and I went downstairs to get some water. And when I went downstairs to get some water, I just looked out the back window. I meant the back door, because the back door got like a glass. And I saw it in her window too, and that's how I found out that it was in our window too. I'm like, this is crazy. So it's one out front and one out back. She's upstairs in the front room. That's why I'm whispering. Yeah, so, and this also happens in front of my mom, elderly mother's window too. Okay, so I don't think, did I tell y'all, but I'm being honest, so I'm telling y'all what I said. I don't know if I told y'all this, but we have begun experiencing so okay. We have begun experiencing unexplained pain and numbness in different parts of our bodies. Sorry, guys. So, we have begun experiencing unexplained pain and numbness in different parts of our body. Our doctors cannot explain it, and we never had these issues before. And when I say they can't explain, they don't see when we explain to them, they don't see anything. You know, so it's crazy. Um, this is unfair and unjust. I am being treated like a criminal and a terrorist. Adding to this experience are the digital discrepancies surrounding my identity. I don't think I told y'all about this, but if you Google my name now, it says that I have lived in multiple states. Again, I have never, again, I have always lived in Baltimore. I have never, I always lived in Baltimore. Um, until recently, my name always came as a residing, wait a minute, my name always came up as residing in Baltimore, Maryland. This is new. What this is new for the all over, but every my name comes up all over, like Ohio, not Ohio, that's where my brother used to live, not in Ohio, in um, what's that? Arizona. Yeah, in Arizona. So it says, this is new. In fact, many strange things have uh, started appearing online that never showed up before. Um, Here's where things get even more strange. I have excellent credit in I have excellent and A1 credit, yet I cannot get any loans, not even with creditors I have had a solid history with. These same creditors now say that they wait a minute. These creditors now say that they cannot grant me a loan but cannot provide a reason. May I add, I had one or two loans with the same. Wait a minute. May I add, I had one or two loans with some of these same creditors in the past, all paid off with no issue. When I ask why I was denied, they simply say, they, my first and last name, Miss, Nika. The underwriters have came back with this decision. It is out of my control. One representative even said, I am so confused as to why you keep getting denied for loans. Your credit is better than mine. The, the last loan I received was in 2020. I now cannot get any loans, even with a credit score of 711. This is not normal. I even went to Bank of America to open up a new savings account. The banker told me that a message popped up on her screen blocking me from opening an account. When I asked her why, she said that she didn't know and had never seen that kind of message come up before. I calmly got up from the seat and left the bank. This entire situation has destroyed my social life because I do not want to drag anyone into this. It has distanced me from my family and my friends. It has created instability for my whole family. My once quiet neighborhood now is chaotic. And I will say this is when they were starting to do the gang stalking stuff. But that has stopped. I will say that has stopped. Um, this tactic is called covert harassment or in gang stalking. Let's be clear, this is intentional. If the U.S. government were investigating me for a crime, they would do it discreetly, not so blatantly. While I cannot confirm it, I strongly believe someone in the celebrity realm may have played a role in initiating the government harassment. This is why I'm writing it. The consistent intrusion, the consistent, con, the consistent intrusion, harassment, stalking, and tracking without my consent is a violation of my constitutional right. I assure you that I have not done anything unlawful. I deserve the same protection as any other American citizen. Please, 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 I am earnest, earnestly asking for your help. I hope you can help me understand why this is happening and how I can take action. This meant they also have access to my IP address, my computers, uh, my home internet, my Wi-Fi, and as strange as this may sound, even my home security camera. Now, remember I told y'all when just and mind you, this letter is old. Remember I told y'all when I took out my trash. I mean when somebody took my trash from 5 a.m. from 10 a.m. it stopped, and you just see 5 a.m. and then you see my trash can. You see my trash in my trash can at 5 a.m. At 10 p.m. you don't see it no more. So it won't even like it just froze. So now you see what I mean. So in that I wasn't surprised because, as you can see, I've been wrote this letter, and I said they even have my home security. They have access to my home security cameras because a lot of that was going on. I didn't tell y'all my screen. Somebody bust out my screen, and it was on my phone. I'll show it to y'all next time I go live. And my camera, it didn't pick up. It did not show. It did not show who it was. It just was. I woke up, my whole back screen door was scattered. And it happened before I went live, 10/10/24. So I could have talked about it, but I didn't. But I'm going to close this. It says, I am afraid. I mean, that was a lie. I am not afraid. Um, so the ending, closing it, it say, I am not afraid. However, I do not feel safe. I am demanding truth, transparency, and justice because no law abiding citizen in a free country should be subjected to unlawful surveillance, harassment, or have their rights ignored without accountability. So I signed, sincerely, and I signed my name. So yeah, one day my door, like, and it's still like that. Like it's a storm door, and you know that hard glass shattered. No bullets, nothing was on the nothing was on the ground. They don't even know how it just shattered like that. Nothing, no indication saying it was. It's crazy, but I believe it was one of those something flying in the sky did that. But what I was saying is, with the Starlight satellite that comes and just stares in my window, right? And um, it must be given because it blinks very fast. Like when I show y'all on camera, it doesn't do anything. Like you have to come and see it for yourself. And it blinks really fast. And I wonder if it's giving off some type of radiation. You see, or something, because it's like really weird. And even the these big old planes, it's like really big size planes, and it drives it, it's under the class, is where everybody can see it. Anybody who's driving can see it alongside when I'm driving, and it stops and it hovers. It just like floats. And I'll be saying to myself when I see it, and when I'm recording, and I don't show y'all because to me it's like the helicopters is more like in your face. Like, really? That's why I show y'all the helicopters more than airplanes, which I have tons of airplanes. But I wonder, remember they one of those whistleblowers came to us and said we do have like aliens amongst us. I was wondering if that's them and that's in the sky, because it's so weird. Like, even for the helicopters, I cannot imagine, you know some white man, because I'm saying white man because most pilots are white, that's starting their day, putting on their clothes, kissing their wife goodbye, to get in the helicopter. Just, and don't get me wrong, I know some parts of the government, working for the government, is corrupt, is evil. Like, you, I mean, they even have people that can just take you out, and don't feel no way about it. Like, they train killers. You know, it's wickedness in the United States government. Clearly, look at them harassing a person because for whatever reason, that is unlawful. But I wonder, because I just cannot imagine a man just saying, okay, let me just come and follow this girl all day. I just cannot imagine. I really believe, well, I really believe for the helicopters, it's being driven from inside. Like, they having it nobody's inside the helicopters. And like I said, I did a short on it where a lady is admitting, yeah, this is what we're trying. Because you're not going to tell me somebody is inside the helicopter just driving it, following me all over the place, all day, every day. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's like something is very sinister going on, and it's very, very wicked and evil. Like, I mean, and it's just crazy. Me even talking about it, me even talking about it, it sounds so crazy and just, like it sounds really, really crazy. Me even saying it, but this is what I've been going through for the last 5 years, and I y'all heard um the letter, just one of the letters. Then so one of the people I wrote is these people right here. Y'all see that? And this is American Civil Liberties Union that I wrote to. I mean that I told y'all that one of the certified males, and these people supposed to help citizens like me with this type of stuff. And they wrote me back saying, "Thank you, of course, dear, my name, my last name. Thank you for contacting the ACLU. We are truly sorry to hear about your situation. We regret to inform you that we cannot help. That we cannot provide legal assistance or advice to you at this time due to limited resources. We are only able to provide legal assistance to a small percentage of people who contact us. We also remind you that there may be um, we also remind you that they may be filing restrictions or deadlines. We also remind you that there may be filing restrictions or deadlines for filing a claim or a lawsuit that apply in your case. Since the ACLU is not acting as your attorney, we urge you to consult with an attorney regarding these limits and the possibility of legal representation as soon as possible. But they said as soon as possible, like please, in so many words, please, yeah, get help quick. Thank you for your urgency, and we wish you well. Sophia, Sophia Thing, American Civil. I guess her name is Sophie. Thing, FENG. So, she the one who wrote me American Civil Liberties Union Foundation, and they supposed to help with people with stuff like this. So all the people that I was expecting, like that this gonna write back. So as it was them, the ACLU. Um, then I also wrote Chris Van Holland. He's a Senate. Um, I believe he's Maryland Senate. Uh, Randall and Randall attorneys, and these are attorney office that helps with surveillance, like if you being harassed and stalked by the U.S. government, you they urge you to contact them. Like they specialize in that. Nothing. Um, Electronic Frontier Foundation. They specialize in helping people who is being feel like they being stalked and harassed by the government. And these are also people that I'm saying that received the letter. So um, they signed for the letter. So I'm saying their names. Um, National. Okay, so this was sent back to me. The people that National Whistleblower Center, and I just googled them. And the reason why they was sent back because they moved, they relocated. So I gotta resend them this letter. And they the National Whistleblower Center that's located in D.C. They help with harassment and stuff by the citizens who feel like they're being harassed by the government. So all these people pretty much help with harassment. Um, then I wrote Mr. Donald Trump. Donald Trump himself, nothing. Um, I wrote 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, north what northwest Washington D.C. and I put his name, and I know he get thousands of letters, but this should have been urgent if somebody read that. Um, Representative Andy Harris, he is Maryland's representative. Mr. Andy Harris, nothing. United States Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, nothing. And again, these people got the letter. And last but not least, the department. My alarm just went on. Woo! That scared the mess out of me. And it never goes off. Ma! 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 Thank you, y'all. Sorry. This is what happened when you lie. And I bet she's upstairs in her room, but I bet she left her phone downstairs in the kitchen. Ma, you okay? The fire alarm went off in the basement. Mm-hmm. It just said fire, fire, and that never happened for the basement. I wonder if it's the you think it's carbon monoxide? Cause ain't nothing, nobody in the kitchen. I was the last one in the kitchen, and checked and then the stove, everything off. Well, all right, at least you okay. You okay? Oh, just to check the kitchen. Okay, yeah, please. I'm in the basement. Thanks. All right, man. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, and this Department of Homeland Security that's they received the letter too. Nothing. So and again, I wrote so many news people. Well, I emailed them news station. Nothing. And remember when I had before I even wrote all these people, I contacted the news person, investigation person, and she's like, yeah. She told me tell a little bit about my story. Excuse me. And I told her that I was going to do put a video together. She said okay, because I was even saying, won't you meet with me? Like the videos don't do no justice. These videos don't do no justice if you just me on showing on live, because when I'm even on my documentary, when I'm showing y'all, I'm just showing y'all a clip for just 1 hour of that day. When I decide to record, I'm recording all day, so you can see them at different. Like it's under. Like you cannot deny that they not following me. So You know, it's still not doing no justice. The little clips I showed y'all that I got uploaded on my this channel is no justice because I'm just showing y'all little clips. I'm if you if somebody just sit down with me, I'm showing them from the beginning. And mind you, in the beginning, when it first started, they was coming out like soon as I when I was working morning shift, I'm out at 5, 6 in the morning. Depending on if I'm stopping at Dunkin' to get coffee. I'm stopping at Dunkin' to get coffee. I'm leaving out my house at 5 something. Oh my, you ain't had to come down. I thought you was gonna come in the kitchen. But ain't nowhere to sit. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Say that again, man. Mmm. That scared the crap out of me. Yep, guys. So, I'm just going. I'm not gonna give. I'm gonna keep writing, and hopefully, I know something gonna shape. I know something is going to shape because this is crazy. It is crazy. You okay? All right. Yeah. So that's what I wanted. Oh yeah. So I don't know if it's like remember when they was saying that whistleblower was saying that it's like we it's aliens down here with us, but he didn't give too much information. I'm like, I wonder if that's them in the sky that's following me. Like, cause I mean, come on, you can't you put yourself in my shoes. You're gonna be thinking, who could it be? Who could this be? Why? Who sent them? And don't get me wrong, we already know it's no type of investigation because we know anything within investigation. They ain't letting you know. They not going to tell you that they are watching. This is blatant in my face. I was getting gas today. They swooped down and then they bent. Uh, they bent and came back around to make sure saw them. Stood there, huddled there. This is the helicopter. Hovered around me. You know how they float, and then when I got in the car, finished pumping the gas, they went on away. So they stays there to let me know. They slant the helicopter just to make sure I see them. Get in line right in front of me, then rides off like huddled over the gas station, like literally huddled over the gas station. Then they dipped off. I went to the dollar store. Came, from the dollar store from the gas station where I was at was like 15 minutes in driving. Popped out of there. It's like they was popping in and out, but they was making sure they see me. So we know that this is they blatantly doing this. They blatantly doing this. So yeah, I'm not gonna give up. So these are the people that I wrote. So far nothing. I also keep everybody I wrote and emailed and stuff. I keep a log, and you know, I keep it written down. Because let something happen to me now, my family is gonna be very, very wealthy. I'm telling you because this, huh? Because this is crazy. This is crazy. But I'm not. I don't even like talking like that. But I don't feel fearful. So I want to get that straight. I don't feel fearful. I just don't feel safe because at this point it's like, you know, I'm like, you know what? I was looking at some guns. I said, oh, I want that Taurus for my zodiac sign sake. But yeah, I just don't know who it is. And like I said, from the beginning of my video 10/10/24, um, thought it would go away. And think about it. If they did this to make sure whoever it is, and if it is somebody in the Hollywood room, and they did it to make sure I don't come back, well, mission y'all wasn't accomplished, because that made me come back from when I was fasting, and it just, God put it in my spirit, come back and tell your story, come back and tell your story. And it just started, like, at one point, this is how you know it was God, because at one point, I did not have, y'all know I already hate Twitter. Like, Twitter just, when I even see, go on it just turns my stomach from my bad experience. And then it's like, just don't want to be a part of the social media world. And then it's like, fasting for my brother, and then I'm starting to think about my channel a lot, if that makes sense. And before you know it, it was like, I just knew it was God, because it wasn't until I started fasting. Come, tell your story, because again, I was dealing with this by myself. Because you imagine, some of my brothers know, some of them don't, but it was at a point where none of them knew. So, yeah, nobody in my family knew, just me, because I just didn't want to, and mind you, my mom still don't know, but I just didn't want to get anybody, upset. And then I just know how guys are, they don't know how to handle certain things, you know. Um, yeah, so. Alright, guys, it is 12:25. Good thing I don't got work until the afternoon tomorrow. I don't got to be to work till 3. So I'm going to sleep a little late, because I be sleep by 10. But I knew I said I was going to come on here and talk to y'all about this. I will see y'all tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going, you know what, I'm not going to come on tomorrow, because I want to finish some of that editing. I got so much editing I want to finish. There's so much stuff I want. I definitely want to put out my BBL video. I need to stop saying my butt video. My BBL part 2 video. I definitely want to put that out. I had edited that because I had to add Cardi B in there. That poor girl, she needs to stop getting surgery. Her body, she looked like it. When y'all see her walk, when I see her walk, it looks like her body hurts. It's like she don't have no feeling to her body. She walks very, like she don't have no feeling, like her body numb. I'm like, she needs to stop getting surgery. She really needs to stop getting surgery. She don't walk normal. And then I said, well, maybe it's just that clip that I saw. Then I just saw her recently come down my timeline, and she still walked like that. She walked like she just need to lay. She just feel better just laying down, just laying flat in the bed all day. It's just weird, yeah. But yeah, I definitely altered that add her in that BBL video. And so I'm gonna do a lot of editing tomorrow. And yeah. So guys, continue. Listen, I don't want nobody. I'm born and raised in Baltimore, all areas, west, south, north, east. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. If y'all can do anything, just pray that I get justice and find out who it is. Because it's like, if this can happen to just a regular schmegular girl from Baltimore who was so content with her life, jolly, I thought I was living my best life, you know. Didn't need nothing, didn't want for nothing, can get credit whenever I could, had a good credit score, you know. I was good. You know, I was good. Um, yeah, I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. I just, if y'all can just pray that I get justice. If this happened to me, it can happen to anybody. And we know it's happening to a lot of people, but you know, I just want to know who's behind, what demonic soul sent them. And y'all know, every live that I didn't post or every live that I post, my story is remaining the same. It did not start until my back and forth on Twitter with them demonic souls. Hollywood is evil. They don't care nothing about you. All they want to do is keep putting out books and music and new album and t-shirts and just to get our money. They can care less about the regular people. They don't care nothing about the regular people. And giving us bull crap, uh, calling themselves, giving us inspirational uh, messages. Like, please, it's nothing you can tell us. Hollywood is nothing you can tell us everyday folk. Not, we can give y'all game. Y'all can't tell us nothing. So keep y'all inspiration. It's this one page keep coming up on my daggone timeline. I wish YouTube have a block button. And it's every time, and then it's soft music playing in the background. I forget the page, but it's like supposed to be inspirational stuff and like, shut up, girl. Mm. But I'm just like, the audacity of these celebrities. Think we, just because they celebrities, we supposed to listen to whatever they say. Like, and don't get me wrong, I've been there. I've been there. So I know a lot of people, it's gonna take a while to wake up. But I'm telling y'all, if I'm telling y'all these people not right, they not right. I was one who was always defending the celebrity world. Always going back for the celebrity world. Even I talk about my one of my brother's best friend. The only celebrity he liked was not the group NWA, but Easy E. That was all. That was it. You look at him, you'll be like, this guy crazy. He kind of off, but he had common sense. I remember, of course, he been knowing my brother since I was a kid, and when big flat screen TVs came out, could you, like in the early '90s, I believe, he was saying to turn them off when he walked by, and this before he even became smart TVs. But he was like, I'm telling you, the government, they watching. Why they making these big screens? And the government, they watching through these TVs. They, you know, and we would, and then he would talk about the Illuminati, and I'm like, this guy is, you know, like, what, you crazy? Look, I ain't got time to be down here with you. I'm going upstairs. I ain't listening to you. And you know, he'll be down there with my brother, and he'd be like, all right, y'all don't want to listen. I'm telling y'all, the celebrity, they evil, they demonic. He was saying all this stuff years ago, late 80s, early 90s. And I would go to bat for these celebrities, like, you don't know what you talking about. I remember a coworker told me, um, Mary J. Blige was in the Illuminati. When I tell you, me and her stopped speaking, I called her all types of names. Y'all seen my earlier videos, how I used to go fuss and cuss and be let. I'm like, you crazy MF, what the hell are you talking about? What you talking? Mary J. Blige ain't in no goddamn. Because, matter of fact, I just went and came to work and said I got my tickets. I never missed a concert for Mary J. Blige, and I don't dislike Mary J. Blige, but I just don't have the thrill for. I'm just, my experience. I just, and some people I cannot stand. I, like, Lord, I cannot. God no, You know, I don't hate them. I just can't stand them. I just know they're demonic. I know they're evil. But even the people that I look at, like, okay, Mary, I don't dislike her, but would I ever go to any of her shows anymore? No. Do I listen to her music anymore? No. Um, and like I don't listen to a lot of the music I listen to now is a lot of gospel. I keep that in my ear. I'm not gonna lie, I still listen to rap music. There's a lot of old school rap music, but far wise as you know, up to date music, I don't. I listen to a lot of old school music. Yeah. It's just, I used to love Usher. I don't like him no more. He's a part of that Illuminati, I believe. Um, used to listen to his music. I don't anymore. I just put it like this: the Hollywood is a demonic, evil entity. Yes, a lot of people in it are evil and demonic. They sold their soul. Yes. Do I believe everybody sold their soul? No. But do I gloat over them? No. If that makes sense. Like, I don't have no urge to look them up. I don't have no urge to see what they doing. Gloat over them. See what they wearing. See what like all that is just. It's like it's bigger things going on in the world now. For me, uh, and y'all already know, I always thought that this Instagram world is a shit show. It's just a circus. I never, even the people that y'all made famous that got checks by their name, I'm like, I never looked at them as being famous. Um, Instagram just, I never was a fan of Instagram, but the industry is just, I just, it just really, it, my experience, it just opened, God, put it like this, God opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, and I believe he did it because he seen that I was such this big fan of the celebrity world and always have been. Like, I used to save up my money as a kid to get these magazines for the posters and stuff like that. Like, I always was a big fan of the celebrity world and just always gloated over them. And I think God wanted to sit me down to show me, like, there's nobody bigger. And I never looked at nobody as being bigger than him, but I think he just wanted to sit me down to show me that, you know, I'm the only one you need to gloat over. You need to look up to. You need to, you know, because, like, I was just that fan. I was just fan out over the celebrity world. I just put them on a pedestal. Like I said, I stopped speaking to a coworker because she said, and this was what, in like 97, 98. No, like early 2000s. That was my first show I went to see Mary J. Blige, 97. But like in the early 2000s, yeah, when I bought a ticket and I was like, girl, what? She's like, Shannon, and I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, I bust her out. But yeah, my eyes is just open now, and the world we living in, I ain't got time to be worrying about. I need to be looking at my surroundings, steady looking at these celebrities because they okay. They got their underground tunnels and their underground houses and their year supply of food underground. You know, they okay. They ain't thinking about us. I need to be worrying about, you know, just like how they don't like us. It's safe to say I don't worry about them. So them days is over for me, and I just want justice. And guys, just pray for me. Continue to keep me in prayer. Prayers definitely work. Prayers work. I truly, truly, truly believe in prayer. Um, y'all, I just don't say it. prayers definitely works. Um, you know, so keep me in prayer to y'all prayer warriors. Pray that I get justice. Pray that I get first some type of to who it is, who sent the government after me. I need to know that. That's who I need. That's where we need to start at, and I can move forward from there. I just want justice. So this is just one of the letters. And I take this letter and just make copies and send it to. Excuse me. If I say, oh, I want to send it to this person, so this is my main letter, and I just make copies and send it out. But these are the people who did respond. I mean, who did sign for it. The other, when I call, when I call to see if they got the letter, it's no signature or nothing yet. So it's just they say after a while they will send it back to me. But yes, so far I wrote so many people, no response, and I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. I'm gonna fight to see who this is and why. And remember, it could be you. So continue to keep me in prayer so I can get justice, so it can be a start. That can be the start of what I wanna, what I wanna do. I believe this shouldn't. Keep me in prayer, guys, that I get justice and know who's behind this. What demonic soul sent them after me. Taking it one thing at a time. Alright, guys. Good night. I will see y'all. Thank y'all for all the new subscribers. I'm like 115 away from 2,000. So I thank y'all so much. Let's keep sharing my story. Let's keep sending it out. I'm gonna be more active. I probably turn this into my diary. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, but yeah, let's get this. I'm an American citizen, never been locked up, never been in trouble, and this is happening to me. This is intentional. This is intentional. This is some evil, sinister stuff. Yeah. Pray for me. Now I continue to pray for y'all. Y'all stay safe. Until next time. Peace.